Welcome to the evening sky within Brownsburg, Indiana, just a 10-mile drive northwest of downtown Indiana. Tonight, it is the Kroger 100 for the second race of the BPNR truck division. Going to be at Lucas Oil Raceway Park, just shy of 7/10 of a mile. Some short track racing to keep up with the Indiana theme. We've had Cup yesterday at the Big House, and now it's going to be some door banging drama. But whilst qualifying is ongoing, take a look at our points standings. Your race winner, Alexander Gonzalez Green, your points leader, pretty good margin to 13 over Sebastian Kukulon and Landon Lau. This is a full season points format with drop races, so no chase or any of that stuff. It's just the best 11 or 10, I forgot, but regardless, it's still very early into the season, only completed one race, so there's still ample time for these drivers to make up as many points as they can. So qualifying has wrapped up here. Might as well look at our starting grid. HEG pole sitter. And once again, it'll be Skylar Dan joining him on the front row. It'll be Robbie Gilvin and William Viola in row 2, Daniel Silla and Kirsten Bell in row 3, Lena Lau with Daniel Rivera row 4. Row 5 has Daniel Rodriguez and Riley Treywick. Row 6 has Frieza Rodriguez and Dakota Vega. Thomas Drexel and Noel Nichols, row 7. Thomas Johnson and Riley Goff, row 8. Dragons and Childress in row 9 with Ace Racer and Gatlin Downey in row 10. Dylan Negron and Cam McAlvey's in row 11. Phil Parker and Al Sakar, butchering names, apologies. LB row 12. Row 13 has Chris Stallmeyer and Mattis Wells, Harry Crawford and William Gregory. In row 14, then Murray Bell and Josh Muda. Row 15, the final 2 set lap times, and I believe Tartamella and Minister are both out of this event. Yes, they are. So, looks to be 30 trucks for this fine evening here. Happy hour ongoing, and well, we got quite a bit to think about from yesterday's race and the Cup series, and even the opening race to the season in trucks. Daytona was really wild, and I expect no different. Short track, and you got pretty close quarters here. I might be better off using free cam again to give you a better idea of this. So, may see the line they're taking. You're thinking that they'll be running down here, or maybe better by going to replay mode. Okay, that's where my stuff is. So you're thinking you'll be running around this region here, the bottom line. You want to hug this yellow line here, right? Wrong. You gotta be up here and within these two lines, as well as posted to be 12 degrees of banking. All of that is within these top two lanes. So ideally, you want to be running this line close to this first dotted line from the bottom. So that's where all the trucks are going to be running. Not saying it's impossible to pass on a low line, but ultimately, this is going to be the middle line is going to be the preferred line around here. And yeah, the penalties came out for Daytona pretty much a day or two after the truck race. Something Lane Lyle can't do. This is technically Thomas Troxell's league, so he's already being liable to the punch in terms of efficiency, if you will. But big penalties that come out of this are 2 suspensions. Ryan Scarrett's, well, they're dead. Alright. Ryan Scarrett, one way suspension and a probation on top of that for his aggressive driving style we saw with the pushes and even um, going for a gap underneath Kirsten Bell. Or just following them, whichever. The other driver being Ryan Scarrett, same verdict, and mostly due to the usual terrorism, just avoidable contacts on pit lane and on the restart. So those are your two suspensions for tonight. Everyone else either got noting 3 probations and count up 5 drivers with warnings. So for our first race for trucks underneath the administration Thomas Troxel, he done very well for himself. But we are set to go green pretty soon. Be real, I don't have a favorite. I might. I did see Kirsten do very well in practice, so that probably is going to be my pick. I do recall from her at this track in the Budweiser Cup Series putting up an amazing defense against Lana Lonnebeck on when she was doing a one-stop strategy versus Lonnebeck who's doing 2 stops. She was able to fend him off to grab the win there, so will it be the exact same? Probably not, but that number 29 knows her way forward and knows how to defend, as even you may have seen it yesterday. She made up at least 25 positions at Indianapolis over the 60 lap event to claim into the top 5. And she got fierce competition. EGG coming off a win at Daytona, and it's going to be one of the biggest threats to tonight's race for sure. But with that, it shall go forward to the race. Just make sure everything on my end is all good, loaded up. Alrighty. Put this camera back over here. And already have this prepped up. A little further back than I thought, but still. Very good to see the truck series ready to rumble here at Indianapolis Raceway Park.
Start your engines.
Tonight's race going to be a 100 lap event. Going to be 2x where guaranteed at least 1 pit stop and points of no return at 5 to go. We're gonna have a reset already. And someone failed to queue up.
Drivers, to your cars.
I been Robbie. Oh, he been Fallout, so. Robbie Gilbert, number 69 for both divisions. Gonna wait out the entire minute again, or already halfway through that. Yeah, 30 trucks ready in Brownsburg, Indiana. Assuming they go rolling again, with this time round. We shall unleash them.
Drivers, start your engines.
Looks to be 3rd place. Oh my lord, brother. So it is indeed because of the 69 of Robbie Gilvin. Reports saying that his router disconnected and gonna have to take his time to reconnect it. Classic BPNR delays, I suppose. Apparently, according to Troxel's second race in a row, Gilbin qualifies third and doesn't bother to show up. That seems a bit harsh. The way I just said that, I apologize. So now what? Well, a couple. I guess the thing I can note down is how I did see that the ticker in the first few races of using it had the weird alignment issues. I did fix that, so both intervals and the last lap times are properly aligned, so they're not skewed in a weird way. It's just weird CCS stuff, CSS stuff, coding language. And that's what I've been doing for most of the stuff, is just trying to learn how to code, especially in that language. There's Gilvin, he's back, and now this time, we shall be able to go. I suppose to remind y'all, it's going to be a 100 lap event. Going to be 2x fair, clear 70 no wind, and points on return at 5 to go. This does not feature any stage racing, so it's just 100 laps straight to the finish. No points are handed out at halfway, so to speak, unlike the Cup Series.
Drivers, start your engines!
Righty. Command, hearing the command for the third time, but this time we're able to properly roll off 100 laps ahead of us. And Lucas Oil, Indianapolis Spaceway Park is going to be Alexander Gonzalez Green, that white and black number 5, Tundra versus Skylar Den. And the number 13 into turn number 1. They qualify on the front row, running through turn 4, and we are underway in IRP. Already one in the wall here, nearly 4 wide. Trying to capture as much as I can. Yeah, but it's just telling you, like, the top 2 lines being the preferred racing line, you're just making a funnel. There's one spinning, multiple people spinning. There'll be the 94 and 8 cars, and we're going to have a reset, much as I feared. Can't even make it 1 lap. And people are dead.
Drivers, to your cars.
And I mean, another minute. And even if I queue up, that won't matter, because I noticed AGG just taking his sweet time with gridding up, trying to get warm tires. There he is, and fourth time is the charm. Yes, one more go, and even if they wreck on this opening lap here, it'll be a caution. Space Car dives in. HG versus Skylar Den on the front row. Pretty cramped racing groove. 100 laps around Brownsburg, Indiana. Green flag, green color, quite a ways late, but we are on the way once again. Ready, Alpha 4 is going to be your points leader. Amazon Gonzalez Green leading the opening lap. Skyler then forces slide into second. Viola right the outside of Gilvin going to take third. And that's slowed down to 69 mid corner. Here comes the 29 of Kirsten Bell to take fourth, and she will get so. Caution's already out. Alright, we wreck at turn 3. That'll be the 32 and Chris Stolmeyer. So it looked like a spin. I want to say around this region here. Yeah, really crammed in. 83 spun around first. That'd be Noel Nichols, 78 Dragons. Launch back up to the field down the back stretch and collects more cars. Enough for a multi-car accident. We'll check up here as to how that 83 of Nichols got around. Now Dakota got into truck, so and yeah, 83 didn't really have anywhere to go besides into him. And it just, I see the 6 trying to get 3 wide in front of him. That'll be Frieza Rodriguez and Riley Trewick, but ultimately there was enough space. He backs off and looked like he also came down in front of trucks on top of that, so it just, one thing led to another. Mostly a racing incident. We choose cone. I should probably set this up. It's going to be start finish. There isn't a proper choose cone here. It's going to be AGG who chooses the outside line, which is likely a safer bet. We scattered in, trying to take advantage of this. It'll be on the inside line on the front row. It'll be Viola and Kirsten Bell in row 2 with Daniel Silla in the 122 and Daniel Rivera in 3rd, or, well, 5th place, row 3. And he launches, number 5 takes off, back racing, 5 laps complete. 13 really throwing it in mid corner, trying to upset the number 5 just a little bit. See this with 17, Frieza Rodriguez getting a little loose. That's the little transition I mentioned during pre-race. Upsetting his car. Speaking of getting really upset, there goes Nick Grun having his hands full in the number 77. Granish gap already amongst the midfield. Oh, there goes the 35. That'll be Caitlin Downey. And more cars collected. That should be a yellow. And it is. And another wreck here at turn 2. At least that's what was reported, I believe. Just a car spun out, nothing too crazy. But that'll be worth investigating under our second caution. Gatlin Downey, number 35. Battling the 32 on Murrenville. And just loses it through the truck in a bit to our 3 Sakar, nowhere to go. 94 Thomas Johnson. Both of them go spinning. And we'll find the wreck at turn 2 if there was one. Oh, I see. It's with Crawford and Friesen Rodriguez. The caution had been thrown already, and just trying to back it down and loses it. But no actual damage came from it. So all good so far. At least for Friesen. So already under caution period number 2. As we're about to complete 10 laps out of 100. AGG is more than likely gonna remain the race leader here. He doesn't opt to pit, looks like. Skylar in P2. William Viola in 3rd. Kirsten Bell in 4th. Daniel Rivera in top 5. Daniel Silla P6. Daniel Rodriguez in 7th. Thomas Troxel in 8th. Lane Lau in 9th. And Friesen Rodriguez in the top 10. No choose cone just yet. It'll be choose cone next time. Thomas Johnson was lapped, so he'll be taking his wave around. A couple black flags I saw. The 79 Stallmeyer and number 20 Mantis Wells. I believe everyone's still running, yes, and also Gilvin fell out, so that put him back on a lead lap also. So, you'd think with these ovals it'd be like the unnumbered positions, i.e. HG, Viola, preferred would be picking inside, and Dan, Kirsten, and D-Dog line up on the outside. Well, they could do that, but they'll be risking track position. And usually with these short tracks, if you see your car ahead of you, pick one lane, you're better off going at the other, at least as far as I notice. Number 5 has control, and we are back racing. Top 2 get clear, still side by side for 3rd. Viola really giving Kirsten Bell pinch over the 2. 29 dipping the toes on that dial line. Trying to stay off the number 27, but Viola on the outside gets cleared. There's nearly a wreck here with Troxel and Rivera. They both keep it straight. The 17 looks really sideways as well. 3 wide, Harry Crawford in the middle in the number 76. And it slides it back down 2 wide. It's just really close quarters. Mind you, love Darlington, if I can speak correctly. 3 wide, I don't know if that'll work. Riley Golf into the side of Dakota Vega. And could be caution out again, and the ground also spinning around. Being really messy here, and yep, that's really all I can say in that matter. See here. Maybe like might be better with helicopter. I want to say this 6 is coming. Yeah, kind of like a mix of both, really. That 6 is 3 wide. But the 21 Riley Trader got his outside and was trying to stay off her, and yeah. Really tight quarters. I can't really put any fault on that one. And behind, it'll be 33 getting into Negron. That's why he spun around. 33 of Cam McElrath. Don't think he had too many options there. So we are going into a caution cooldown. So with that, let me just check again. AGG surrenders to lead the pits for fresh tires. But I did spot a good amount of people staying out here. Trying to get ahead of the trenches, that is the mid-pack. So they'll be Skylar Den, your race leader. Will be William Viola P2, Kirsten Bell 3rd, Daniel Silla P4, Landon Lau, your top 5, under our 3rd caution of the evening here at Indianapolis Raceway Park. Robbie Gilbin making good headway after falling out of the race with his internet problems, back up into 10th place after qualifying 3rd. As Juice Cone commences, going to be a caution cooldown 10 laps without a caution. Hopefully, that's assuming Lau remembers that it's a caution cooldown this time. Yeah, that little slip up yesterday in the Cup race. So, caution cooldown will remain in effect until the conclusion of lap 29. Only reason why a caution would come out within this range is if there were to be a track blocker. Field will be in the hands of number 13, and we are back on the way. Time to break off. Daniel Silla gets 3rd. Kirsten Bell is caught sleeping here. She's gonna have to do away on this middle line here. Even if she can't get the run needed, she falls back to 5th. Just in front of Murray and Bell. I'm not sure if they're related or not, but 2 Bells, 5th and 6th. Battle for 7th because Sakar versus Johnson. But number 3 able to prevail. Here comes Robbie Gilbin to follow the number 3 around the outside. 94 trying to diamond the line, contact, and that'll be the 94 going for a spin. Hits the inside wall and keeps it on the apron. We're under caution cooldown, so no caution for that anyway. AGG number 5 truck trying to work his way back up. He opted to pit under this most recent caution. And he's already making moves up to the top 10. Number 3 looked like they get the wall a little bit. In the middle of 1 and 2 allows Robbie Gilbin to potentially get on her knees. Can't do so. Alrighty, so top 5 have broken off, being led by Den, B. Viola, and Daniel Silla. Look to have a battle here for 2nd place. Silla on that apron. Well, that apron's just the bottom line, trying to get any rotation with less banking. get that center down. You just can't find speed. As long as that 27 remains in front and keeps the preferred line on exit at 122, will not be able to do much. Check back with the others. It'll be AGG moved up to 7th, 3 positions since a couple laps ago, and now he's working on Robbie Gilpin. Or at least trying to. Reason Rodriguez up the road, Joe Shimuna to 2 stragglers so far during this caution cooldown period. Now HG has closed up here. And also brings in, I believe that's the one, yes it is, of Thomas Troxel. It's really difficult to pass around here, and only AGG just hoping the run goes on long enough to where those that stayed out are forced to pit. We are within the final lap of caution cooldown, so once the leader crosses the start finish line, cautions will be re-enabled. We still gotta trigger them somehow. So 30 laps, Skeleton under pressure from Viola as they gun it for the lead. All the 13 gets the wall. It allows 27 to swoop inside and take the lead away. 13 maybe looking for a crossover, unable to do so. Viola in front. And now he's starting to drive away. 13 scattered in. Not liking the handling truck right now. They're now effectively in dirty air. But what might help him put him back into the fight is these lap trucks up ahead. 17, 11, and 8. All battling amongst themselves for position. That'll be for 27th. But those 3 are on the verge of going a lap down. So 17 and 11 get out of the way. Childress not close enough to really warrant him to make way. Right now, AG is just trying to reel in the leaders. The light traffic is certainly helping him. It's just a matter of can he himself clear them and not lose too much time. All caution. Let's look between these two. It'll be 94 Thomas Johnson, 46 Riley Goff. So they're battling for position, 94 and 46. This is for 25th. 46 able to get the rotation down on bottom. 94 tries to use the exit speed to get a better run, but ultimately just runs into the 46 and spins them round. Multi-car accident in front of the leader, so it would have been a dangerous situation anyway. Under caution number 4, everyone, just about everyone, flocks down the pit lane. This helps out AGG, puts them on the same page. And with his number 1 pit stall, it should also aid him in gaining a position or two. Skylar Den going to win off pit road with a 2-tire call. be Viola second and Daniel Silla in third. Chris Stallmeyer gets a black flag under this caution period. And 21, that'll be Riley Treywick as well. And Carl Childress, they just keep coming. So under caution is Skylar Dan with a 2-tire call. William Viola P2, Daniel Silla in third. Be Landon Lau in fourth. Be Kirsten Bell in fifth place. EGG P6, Thomas Truxell 7th. Robbie Gillivan P8. Daniel Rodriguez 9th. And Eric Crawford in the top 10. Brave rounds are commencing now, so that puts the 17 and 94 on lead lap. We did lose the 32 of William Gregory. So that'll be so far our only retiree of the race. Still plenty of action to go. BPNR is always looking for new drivers, so if you wish to join, this league uses NCS 21 for their cup races on Tuesdays, and what you're seeing now is Project Wildfire trucks on Wednesday nights. So if you wish to join, well, here is the Discord link. When we choose cone this time, it'll be 13 who gets first pick of their line, and will have control of this restart. Going to be 40 or lap 40 when we go green, so 61 laps remaining. I feel like at that point the quorums of needing another pit stop is well, but unnecessary, I want to say. You can't certainly go long enough. If it were under green flag conditions, when green flag to check flag, I go all 100 laps, then they would have pitted down straight in the middle. But not tonight, as we've had 4 cautions already, and ultimately, for most short tracks, it's like a 70-80 lap run, and thus you will need to pit. Green flag. Skyraden launches out pretty swiftly. EGG taking good advantage of that choose cone. They're wrecking in the back. It'll be Harry Crawford going for a spin. Caution back out as the 77 the grunt hits him. That to be an unfortunate netcode incident on this restart. Let's put a look at Crawford here on this restart. I mean, always Gelvin was warping. I did note down the connection issues he's been experiencing, and unfortunately it bites Harry Crawford. And I did see a spin also. Looked like the 92 of Murren Bell. Trying to avoid 83 cuts them off and just hits that really odd angle of a wall. Just whoever does the track designer's thinking, I think you need an opening, brother. Could have killed him. That'll be Noel Nichols who ultimately tangled with the 92. She's come this time. Can we just can we just look at the 54 here? Like, this is an abomination to all mankind. And Interstate Batteries 54. The numbers are extremely small, and livery, it just looks like it just took asked a child to create that. Probably just a remembrance to Count Bush, who passed away months ago, just prior to the Coca-Cola 600. Any tribute is fine. It's just, from an artist standpoint, it's terrible. Just saying it straight up. Well, if you got an awful paint scheme, you got an awful driver to match them, I suppose. And after scoffing, it is time to go back green. It is Skylar Den again with the control, and we are back racing at IRP. Oh, a little slowdown for AGG on the bottom line. Gets him still side by side with Truxel. Gonna get really aggressive with it. Look like about move Truxel up. It's spotting contact, and number one did smack the wall off of 4 here. The 5 car is clear. Daniel Silla trying to challenge Truxel, still there, using all of that bottom line. And yep. There was a spin here. It looked like 73 of Ace Racer. He's back going. We are also under caution cooldown, as confirmed through the global TeamSpeak. Didn't get catch on when it is, so we'll just have to wait and see. Silla still being aggressive for 4th place on Truxel, and he's just not able to get the turn on entering that low, that less banking down there, so gotta be real committed to lunge it down there and stopping the truck before you kill someone. Up the road, battle for second. AGG has found his nose underneath William Viola in the number 27. And these two are just playing very respectfully amongst each other. Skylar Den is pulling away. And if I had to tell 2 drivers to symbolize the competition, it'd definitely be these 2. Alexander Gonzalez Green and William Viola. Ooh, a little close there. Nearly contact, which would have sent the 27 around. Not the first time this week that would occur to Viola, but thankfully that didn't happen, as Viola is able to get clear to defend 2nd place for the time being. You see the top 2 here, Skylar unable to pull away as much as I anticipated, but him and Viola taking similar line, kind of dominating these 2 lines here. Like an egg-shaped racing line. AGG trying to take advantage of that little gap they provide on that center to get their noses on knees, trying to scare them a little. And at least with AGG's driving style, he's arcing it to the bottom, trying to set up that straight line speed. There you go, a much better job here. Yeah, just a little close, but he's essentially there. Gonna try again on Viola for 2nd. There is a lap truck ahead. That'll be Joe Shmuda in the number 11. He moves out of the way. And caution cooldown has been concluded, as we have passed halfway here. Still a riveting battle for 2nd place here. And it's going to be AGG getting clear of the number 27. Out top we have all bunched up. They're very, very close from spinning him around there. Viola onto AGG. These three have been putting on quite a show in front of Brownsburg, Indiana. 3-truck fight for the lead. EG still using his tactics, trying to set up that straight line speed. It worked on Viola. And trying to make it work, it's just not close enough to make it work. There's car up the wall. That'll be Dragons. Verge getting loud. He's trying to overtake Phil Parker. Believe for position up the road. Well, I say try to look back, but I figured I would try to stay up with these two a little bit longer, as the 5 has found space underneath Skylar Den. Yeah, he has the preferred line. The 13's gonna let him go. AGG, your pole sitter, back to the lead. And that opened up the door for Viola, who couldn't quite take it. He'll have to find another time to get around Skylar Den. And Viola able to get around that 13 actually through the center. Oh, something happened with 13 Skylar Den as he got past, and it is gonna be bad. I think his game froze. And he's sitting in the middle of the track. He gets hit hard by the 35 of Gatlin Downey. And still more cars crashing into the mess at turn 1, and finally the caution gets called. Just a helpless feeling with the 13 Skylar Den. I just feel really bad for him. Trying to find it, there we go. So here was the exchange for second. And yeah, the 13 just washes up in turn 3. So 27 was able to get by. Then 13 just not on the gas down the front straightaway, and it's just kind of just lost control. It doesn't know where he's going. Likely his game must have froze, his PC, something, and it's just a helpless feeling. You want to get out of the way, but you're also just unsure of where exactly you're at. So you don't want to, like, turn into the inside wall, or maybe if you're stuck in the outside wall, you're, don't want to turn down in front of someone. It's just nothing really they could have done, and I want to imagine the 13 didn't really think about crashing their game, like forcibly crash their game. They'll to at least get them off the track without necessarily retiring the number 13. Yeah, really unfortunate sequence of events. The 13 Skylar Den led the majority of the race thus far, and now he is going to reinstate himself in the 19th position. It'll be 3 cars getting wave arounds. Excuse me. So Buddy Viola gets the race lead, as I believe AGG pitted again, or actually I think they all pitted. It's just my biggest oddball here is the 21 Riley Trewick. They've been back in the trenches, that mid-pack. Now finds herself second. So we might as well take a look at why that is. Because I believe while we were reviewing that they did come down the pits, maybe? Trying to find it. Looked like... Sorry, I'm not getting the best cameras here. So this was lap 60. Yep, 27 stayed out. Trying to get that track position. Mostly everyone coming down the pits. Trying to find 21. She's going around the outside there, so she stays out. So two trucks stay out. I had to get used to that. Apologies. But I don't have much time to look into it further, as Chuscon has been convinced it'll be Williamville with control to restart. Trewick follows him. So that leaves AGG on fresh tires on the front row, back green, 36 to go. And 21 is not going to be stacking up that outside line. Daniel Rodriguez, Lan Lau. All those trucks are still on that top side, just getting hindered by 21 as she gets loose off of 4. She saves it. Still plummeting down like a rock. We'll check back with Viola, who has his hands full with EGG for the lead. Saw this before, he's gonna do it again. HG gained that straight line speed on exit past the inside. Gonna be contact. The 27 up into the wall, but keeps it straight. Comes down in front of Troxel. Trying to stay side by side with him for second. Unable to do so, but again, no wreck from it. Viola just getting battered down in Indiana, it seems, over the past day. Side with Cup Race turning down in front of Cole Rodriguez on a restart. And this time it looked like just more of a racing deal. AGG being really aggressive. Trying to get to the lead. If my buttons want to work. D-Dog, despite being held up with Trewick staying out, found himself 4th place, Dylan LeGrand 5th. He's got caught up in a couple of issues early on, but has found it to top 5. See smoke. Looks like Joe Schmuda again. Coming to 30 to go this time round. Is EGG, Thomas Troxel, your top 2, Viola in 3rd, starting to slip back. See what the mid-pack's up to. Battle for 8th. We got Cam McElreese versus Landon Lyle. Okay, great, good stuff going on here. Within the top 10. Oh, contact as soon as I see that. 99 gets loose underneath the 33, gets into the wall, and now 33 really upset with him. Both of them are going to lose out on that 8th place position, pulling it down to 9th and 10th. A short track timbers is a classic. Well, take a look at that time. It's right on board with the 27 Viola. And is stayed out under this most recent caution, as his opposition ahead of him and are behind him, looking to outpace him, are on fresh tires. A 4 car, look to be 5 car, gotta go for third. Third through 7th. Like the dog trying to set him up here. D-Dog having unfortunate luck in the Cup races. Open up this season with 2 engine failures. And it puts a bad start to the Cup season for the number 65 crew over there. Over here, he's the 66. And he was one of those drivers at Daytona who looked to be very... he wants to try new things, much like I could describe Joshua Clemens with that manner. Right now, he's up to... remains in 4th. He's got now doing the grunt on his heels, so it's really close amongst these 3. 27 gets the wall, opens up the door for D-Dog. Can't get the truck underneath without wrecking him. It's just that bottom line, lack of banking allows the 27 to remain in 3rd. And more or less a conga train back there. Bell, HG, and Troxel pull away as Troxel gets loose mid entry turn 1, bounces off the wall, but he keeps it straight, remains in 2nd. We don't want to be doing that if you have a chance to win the race. He won D2 at Heartland Park last season. Again, but this is a new continuity, so technically those stats don't apply here. But it's still a pretty good showing at the road course in Topeka, Kansas. And his mentor is looking to win this race, AGG, as he catches Gatlin Downey to put him lapped. Trying to go back to back in the BPNR trucks. Won Daytona in dominant fashion, and well, cautions have been poor timing for the number 5 team. He found his way back forward. Ace Racer number 73 spins it just on the apron, 3 and 4. So now it's Troxel's turn to put the number 35 a lap down. And finally, the 35 gives it up. We're going to check back here for 3rd. Still a conga train as more trucks have entered the fray. D-Dog finally gets space underneath. Gets loose. He's going to turn to 27. Those 2 saved it. No, they did not. They did a massive wreck at turn 2. Caution is out. Game really dicey, and just short track tempers is a single file train. You finally get a chance to get underneath someone, and unfortunately you just make a mistake that triggers a wreck. And worst part is you don't even benefit from it. It gets loose on that dialed line and overcorrects it into Viola. And man, it's just 2 flips. Just about flip. Both of them center their side. And the ground nowhere to go. And Crawford can't do too much since Kirsten into him. And man. And all that for 3rd place. And even Viola looked to have escaped away from it. Pit lane open, and I anticipate with this caution, this definitely going to be the final pit stop for our front runners. HG wins off the pit lane, Troxel 2nd, Daniel Rodriguez 3rd. I did spot that with Landon Lyle. It may have been hard to see it, but give you that perspective. Yeah, driving on the left of all those cars that are taking service, so that is, while it is pretty dicey and it helps you straighten out your exit, maybe get a position too, that's just something that's just really risky, because if you make contact with someone while they're mid-service, that could give that car just really bad terminal damage. And yeah, just that more often than not is because someone like Lyle tries to get greedy, drive on the left side of cars that are being serviced, so don't do that, ideally. If you see a gap, just don't even risk it. Practically an unfair advantage in pit road. Choose cone time. AG choosing outside, truck so on the inside, or damn, it's not choose actually. Choose cone next time. As confirmed. Dragons and the Thomas Johnson looks like getting black flags under this caution period. Quite bit of yellows for a short track event. So now choose cone is ready. Going to be starting with 13 to go. Points of no return has been changed. Just now is going to be at 6 laps to go. Number 5 is going to have control of this restart. He one pole, had to bow back towards the front with his tire strategies. Thomas Truxell on the front row. Daniel Rodriguez and Harry Crawford row 2 with Frieza Rodriguez and Daniel Rivera in row 3. Time is crunch. I can't speak. Crunch time and IRP 13 to go. Harry Crawford up 4th place. Saw him getting in a tangle with Robbie Gilbin's internet problem, so good on him to get back up to 4th. Oh, there'll be a wreck here with Frieza Rodriguez. Caution, back out. Man, it's just, you think you could go green the rest of the way, but so much on the line in track position. You can only do so much. You can only be patient for so long. So, battle for 5th, just behind Crawford. Look like to be netcode, at least from what the 15 looks to be shivering. That's just blinking, warping, whichever you want to call it. And that 17 bounces off the wall, gets spun around in front of traffic. So, with the mayhem that's been happening, going to be caution cooldown for this restart, and this is going to effectively mean that this will be the final caution of the race. So we're green to the end when the green flag comes out for the restart. No choose cone confirmed yes yet. As wave rounds are being commenced, hence why. Only one retirement still, that being William Gregory, number 32. Gilvin, Dragons, and Skylar Den are getting their laps back. Should see them wave around just now. Dan Rivera actually has the fastest lap of the race, 23.524. Choose cone time. Going to be 8 laps to decide a winner. Same decisions as before, AGG on the outside. Troxel follows it up with the inside line. So with those two, going to be Daniel Rodriguez and Harry Crawford in row 2. Dan Rivera, William Villa, row 3. Kirsten Bell, Cam McGilvery's row 4. Dylan Negron, and Elise Sakar. Can't apologize. They're in the top 10, number 3. Green flag until the end, 8 laps. I don't think we're done wrecking, but no more cautions from here on out. We're back on the way. Number 33 really aggressive. He's on the bottom line, trying to take it 3 wide. He's going to pick up a couple positions. There goes Rivera, and they're going to be a massive fire lap down the back straightaway. They gotta clean up as soon as they can. It is fit, or they can throw the caution for that. Which, fair enough, that's pretty much the entire field. Like, fifth on, well, let's see, 9 cars. So, I think that was 9 cars that went out there unscathed. So, with the other 20 or so getting red is a fair assessment to throw the caution. When under caution cooldown to the race end. Vera 3 wide. Got 29 Kirsten Bell on his outside. McGilvey trying to suck up, and that's not really the issue. It's actually the Gron tapping him around. And 77 goes flipping. Oh, 78 Dragons also getting air. Maybe better a helicopter, trying to get by as soon as we can. There's actually a wreck here. That's the 122 of Daniel Silla getting tapped by multiple people. That's the 83 Noel Nichols being the worst end of that. But up here, Dakota Vega getting tapped around like, oh, the 46 having to blow through Dakota Vega. And the number 6, it was spinning. Just, multiple. I don't know how to say it, but like, so much carnage. And now, definitively, we're going to restart with 4 to go. Points of no return. As we're about to hit the choose cone. Much like before, AGG, Truxel, it'll be D-Dog and Crawford, row 2. You got the pole sitter, the consistent front runner within the second half of the race. D-Dog and Crawford, Viola, and McGilvery's in row 3. So we're ready to put this race to rest. Got under 3 miles when we go green. Be number 5 with the control, and we are underway. McGilvery's once again be very aggressive. Crawford quick to respond. He throws the block. D-Dog chipping the wall off of 2. Still side by side for 3rd place. There's a wreck in the back that being Gatlin Downey. Oh, they're dead. That's Kirsten Bell dead, and that's the ground flipping again. He's stuck upside down, but still not hearing a yellow. But will they get that clear by the time the leaders come back around? It looks to be so. Kudos to them. Going to 2 to go. Each Jeep has built up a gap over Troxel. Maybe Crawford has found his way to 3rd, and Viola also taking advantage of D-Dog to take over 4th place. Troxel fell back to the clutches of Harry Crawford. Viola also trying to take advantage. The number 1 goes around, and 3rd goes to 76 as well. They have taken the white flag, but that just means AGG's opposition has fell into anarchy as they're wrecking across the start finish line, taking the white flag. The major duels amongst IRP, but the result remains the same. Nearly a record for AGG, but he'll go back to back in the BPNR truck division. Yeah, a whole lot of mayhem, but AGG didn't do that. He had to get the track position. He played his part in the strategy, and a mad fast number 5 truck. Oh, a big hit. That'd be Viola. Well, AG gonna try to burn it down, but he getting bombarded by other competitors congratulating him or upset him, whichever it may be. But number 5, signature long number 11 burnout, smoking it in front of Brownsburg, Indiana. We'll look back at that wreck. Well, quite a few wrecks during the final run. But I think that 5 is trying to do a whole lap around here, which I believe would be a first. Nope, he loses it. Down the back straightaway here. Looks to me he's done it. And, yeah. Pretty messy race in that second half. Yeah, it's a short track. It's pretty much expected here. I didn't get replay. So, that's not fun, and that also means I don't know all of the race results, so... Oh boy. Well, but just gonna have to... I would put on high on the mic, but normally they'll require a car, but because I do not have that replay, I can't do that, so we're just gonna have to make do with this what we will. So, welcome you to Hot on the Mic. The drivers are fumed after tonight's race, and we shall get their perspectives on the race that have taken place here. We got one in the waiting room now, that being Ace Racer.
User was moved to your channel.
Ace Racer, do you got us?
Yeah, that was not a very good ending.
You can say that again.
Yeah, I think I got slammed by Wally Train on the 21 on the last end of the pit stop. I'm just trying to go finish the race, trying to get off the wall as fast as possible, because I know it was like no caution clock around. I think I accidentally hit hit like one of the cars because I wasn't expecting it to like go down so fast.
Hmm. Well, at least you tried your best to stay out of trouble. I did see a spin or two from you, but much like last night, as you mentioned during our
Yeah,
interview over there, you just trying to learn, and with the large fields at these short tracks, it's just bound to get messy, and
yeah, and
all
I
you
think
can really do is just pick up the pieces and march forward.
yeah, indeed. I know I ended up dodging the first one. The second one, though, I was just simply nowhere I could go. The six was down on the left end and just a huge power, but just nothing I could do there. Then I was racing very good. I was approaching the corner, trying to go down, trying to maintain pace. But I think the 21 car like kept on bumping, kept on hitting my wheel bumper, and it caused me to spin out. And that cost me like to go and just that's just basically the end, the race right there. And then it was just me racing within 35 just to try and like wasteful position, and it was just it was oh so good, and it went oh so bad very quickly.
And you just
Uh,
keep your chin up. You got plenty of more chances here in both divisions. Because the server went was taken out as
yeah,
quick as it did, I don't exactly know where you finished, but
I
regardless,
don't even
congratulations on finishing the race at bare minimum.
yeah yeah. I simply point out I actually had a didn't I maybe did not have to set up good quickly because I had the steering ratio at 24 round. I realized the truck was a lot more looser than I expected it to be. So I had a 32 in the first reset, but first part, but then I had to reset it to 24, thinking I would need more control, but then I ended up being like very loose, and I ended up spinning at one point. Other than that, I tried to keep my car clean all the way, but then just the final lap, well, there's just nothing you could do when you have like 20 out of 10 other trucks about her just trying to go forward to finish, and just to have your race ended because someone was overly aggressive, and I was just trying my best just to try and finish the race, trying to finish my race clean, trying to get home as best as I can. All I just hope is that I don't go on probation or anything, or suspended, because that's the most horrible thing I could do. That I was a lot more cleaner than the others. It
And
was
you
just
get your
yeah, no, just a
frustrations and you know, congrats on
yeah,
finishing and or
yes, it's very frustrating, but especially since with this 36 truck field around here, like the positions like 30 to 36, it gets the same amount of points. So just just very frustrating. Just some drivers just don't know how to be patient. I try to be patient around. I made a gamble trying to stay out on the last part, and unfortunately, just it initially paid off at first, but then eventually just went down after that. Everyone just decided to go overly aggressive.
hmm. Well, I'm gonna let you go now.
Yeah, no,
Congratulations on
I know.
finishing and thank you for joining me.
Yeah, I know. There's some other jobs. There's always next time. No. All right. Thank you very much.
Yep.
User was moved out of your channel.
I'm gonna be real, I wasn't sure if he knew, because I tried him in yesterday and didn't get the memo, but he got the mojo the second time and I wasn't sure, because it sounded like he was in Discord VC again, but hmm. Righty. Um, next, next up shall be Joe Shmuda.
User was moved to your channel.
Shmuda, dear got me.
That was probably one of the worst races I've ever been a part of, but I got P5 somehow out of all that, so I'm not going to be complaining too much.
Yeah, it was really chaotic and I didn't get to see the result, but top 5 still, so that thing just got fat, and at least you survived the mayhem, but what was that race like overall from your perspective?
I was not good at all. It was a lot of just running around in the back for me most of the time. And then when the first big wreck at the end happened, I decided to stay out and see what would happen.
Well, that
And
has. Yeah, go ahead.
and then obviously the second wreck happened, and I somehow finished 5th out of all that.
Alrighty. Well, top 5 finish. It might have been a meeky top 5 at best, but still conquered the mayhem that took place in Indianapolis Raceway Park. Let me check the schedule real quick. Next up's Kentucky. Any ambitions over there?
Finish on the lead lap on pace.
Well,
Maybe top 20.
get bare minimum of a goal, and again, appreciate it.
Yeah,
Congratulations. Go ahead.
I'm not gonna take up too much of your time here. I think I'm gonna head out now.
Yeah, it's fine. Congratulations on your top 5 regardless, though. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you. Well, you know what I mean.
Yep, all good.
User was moved out of your channel.
I think that, because I talked to Galen after yesterday's broadcast, I feel like I keep cutting people off on accident. It's like, gotta fill in the silence somehow. Doesn't seem like any more drivers want interviews, so we shall wrap up here at MCRP. Nothing tomorrow as CCRS has concluded their season. Friday is going to be 3 broadcasts. Got myself kicking us off at Atlanta Motor Speedway for the second race of the Budweiser Cup Series season. That'll be. I need to change the time on that, my bad. It's 8:45 now, East Coast. That'll be their qualifying session. Gnarl goes to Daytona. Or Daytona, Talladega. My brain's fried. Gnarl heads to Talladega, the big and mighty. They'll be streamed on Cheesefood Media. Hopefully. Unknown at the time, but Zach might make it in time. Unsure. If not, then he could always stream Essex, which has their season opener at Michigan. They'll be closer to midnight. Then Saturday, IFAR. Yes. San Diego, the Cornell track, the second ever NR online race on the track, as far as to my knowledge. That'll be streamed on Cheesefood Media as well, and shall be there at 9:30. Then Sunday, with DSRA being dead and also Cars ending up their season of their Monday Night League, is gonna shout out Carl here, as they're within the concluding parts of their season. They're going to Stafford for, I believe, round 10 of the season. That'll be at 7:50. So next Wednesday shall be Kentucky, and if D2 last season with their season opener then had anything to say, we're gonna be here for quite an adventure, as this would be race 3 of the season of the R plus L Carriers Truck Championship BPNR. So I should be able to stream, but of course things can always change. Next stream I do will be Friday. That'll be Budweiser. So until Friday, thank you viewers to tuning in to the madness in Brownsburg, Indiana, Indianapolis Raceway Park. Congratulations to Alexander Gonzalez Green on winning tonight, 2 in a row for him. So with that, again, thank you all for tuning in, and shall see you Friday.